I'm in Rexburg. Anybody know where Rexburg is? Which county, I should say? What county is Madison? Yeah, I actually told you earlier. I gave you a clue. But I do personal finance. That's my topic area in Rexburg, but I do travel up and down eastern Idaho and teach programs, adult and youth programs. What I'm going to share with you today is a youth program that I helped design and create, and also served as the content expert for this. So it's a game, and so as you're going through your day, and then you decide, I want to cook a delicious beef meal at night for the family, but I don't want to be bugged by the kids while I'm doing this because it just takes a lot longer. One thing you can do is let them play games. But you can't let them play just your good old-fashioned video games, or you can let them play an educational game like this, Night of the Living Dead. So the purpose of this particular program is to teach kids how to build their credit and their credit scores. Credit is used for a lot of things in life, and it's best to know how to build credit responsibly, before you become an adult, in order to reap all the benefits of doing those good things. So this particular program, the target audience is high school seniors, but I have played it with down to 12-year-olds, and they've enjoyed it equally, I would say. And I've even played it with college-age individuals and some groups of adults, and it always turns out to be pretty fun and educational as well. So, Night of Living Dead, what are we talking about here? Well, zombies have taken over the financial system. And so what that means is, instead of paying your bills to the bank, you actually have to pay zombies. We found that there are a lot of parallels anyway between the financial system and zombies, so it's not too much of a stretch, right? Some can survive, others will not survive the Night of the Living Dead. So here we are in our shack where we kind of hole up during the middle of the night and escape the zombies. And we got our first zombie credit card. So we will see what we can do with that. I do need a volunteer to help us go through this game. So if I could have somebody brave. I do have some prizes too for those who will help me out. Nobody? I might have to pick on somebody. Here we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. First thing we need to do is figure out how to pay our shack zombies. So in other words, this is our apartment rent. It's only $200, so that's good. We can either use a credit card or a payday loan right now. How would you like to pay that?
Payday loan.
Payday loan. Let's try it. Okay. Before I do that, I want you to notice, what is our credit score at right now? 600. That's right. Okay. Every action that we take is likely to impact our credit score, for better or worse. Okay, payday loan. Let's see what happens to our credit score. Did you see what happened? Went down a little bit. Does that reflect real life if you use a payday loan? What is a payday loan, by the way? Anybody know? There may not be any in Preston, I'm not sure, but there are a bunch in Logan. Are there a few? Okay. What do they do? Tell me how they work.
You're getting a paycheck, and they'll give you so much money until that date, and then they charge you a whole bunch of interest.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of interest is putting it mildly. The interest is pretty insane. In fact, it's hard to find a product with a higher interest rate, APR, than a payday loan.
What's the finances on the credit card that you were showing?
Cheaper than
the interest rates?
Yeah, I just want to compare.
Yeah. The game is simplified. Let's talk about real life, though. In real life, a typical credit card interest rate is going to be about 20-25%. In extreme cases, 30%.
Unless you can pay it off.
And that's a good point. If you pay it off, you're not paying any interest, no matter what the interest rate says it is, right? But what about payday loans? What are the typical interest rates on a payday loan?
When I worked in Texas at payday loans, and it was 517%.
Yeah, and I would say that's actually on the low side. Sorry, I should have let that sink in for dramatic effect. Say it again for dramatic effect. I won't talk over you.
About 17%.
Yeah, okay.
And that was 10 years ago, so I
Yeah.
they've skyrocketed now.
Yeah, typical I would say is maybe 800, 900%. I've seen them well over 1,000%. What does that mean, 1,000%? That means that if you held that loan over the period of a year, you would pay for that 10 times the original loan value that you started with. 10 times. Okay, so in the game, what does this mean? It means that we learned pretty quickly that payday loans, not only are they expensive, but are they good for your credit score? No, we learned that very quickly, didn't we? It's a really good lesson to learn. And here's the thing. It's not a teacher telling the student that payday loans are bad. It's not a parent telling them they're bad. They see it for themselves, the consequences, right? And we're just starting. So this is round 1. And so we're going to continue going. We unlocked what we call the subprime zombie. So we have this loan. Now this big subprime, a mean-looking zombie guy is going to come around and ask for money periodically. And we're going to have to figure out what to do with that guy. Right now I'm in an abandoned strip mall, and I'm looking for supplies that have been left over after the zombie apocalypse. So what I did is, in this abandoned strip mall, I was looking for supplies, and I encountered a hazard. It says a sizable stash of untouchable supplies beckons you from the other side of the room, but the pitiful snarls and shrill yips of a small pack of chihuahuas echo through the walls. Scary, right? Okay, so what would you like to do? Do you want to continue anyway, or attempt to escape? Okay, let's get out of there. We don't like chihuahuas. Luckily, we were able to outrun them, so lucky for us. Here's another hazard. A sparkling supply crate rests precariously on the edge of some rotten floorboards. Continue or escape? Escape. Hey, good. We got lucky. Now, we won't always be so lucky. Occasionally, when we try to escape, we encounter other hazards that we can't escape. So we did luck out. Now I'm going to the trading post. We did collect $325 worth of supplies. You can see this in the bottom little box area. So if I go to this guy and tap on him, I can trade in those supplies for cash. So now I have $325 in cash. There's 2 things we can do in the trading post. We can go to school and get a loan, or we can get zombie insurance. Now I'm going to save some time and tell you that you need a certain credit score in order to qualify for a student loan, a zombie student loan. So we're going to avoid that, but we can get insurance. We do qualify for policy A. It says you need a minimum credit score of 500. The premium is $400 every 4 rounds and covers 60% of emergencies. So would you like to purchase the policy A or no? Yes. Sign me up. So we just unlocked an insurance zombie. That's somebody we're going to have to figure out how to pay every 4 rounds, right? But he does provide us with a service, some insurance. So we'll go home and rest. The last thing we can do for this round is pay off our credit card or make a minimum payment. Would you like to do a small payment or pay it off? So our balance right now on our credit card is $200. We do have $1,000 in savings and $325 cash. Pay it off? Okay, should we use cash? Or you want to use savings? We'll use cash for the sake of time. Now the good news is we got rid of our credit card zombie. She's gone. That's good. And also, you notice what happened when we made that payment to our credit card. Our score went back up by 15 points. So that's what we do in the game. There's 10 rounds. Obviously, you only got a small taste of the game. There is a flyer in your packet that tells you a little bit more about the game. It also gives you the website where you can learn how to download the program. You can let your own kids play it on their own. We typically like to use this program in high schools or other youth groups and play it as a group. And so if you know any high school teachers who may be interested in this program, yeah, please share it, or other youth leaders, that sort of thing. Like I said, I do travel up and down eastern Idaho and do presentations, so if you have a youth group, I'd be happy to do that. But like I said, even beyond formal presentations, you can just let your youth play it on their own and have some fun. The app is free in the iTunes store. Like I said, you go to the website and you'll figure out all the directions on how to download. And there's also instructors' guides and materials and things like that. I'm about out of time, but if there are any last questions or comments for me, now's the time.